just from the video. I'm going to post that very soon. But I'm going to title this live The Importance of Reflection. The importance of reflecting on our choices and our actions on a day-to-day basis. Because it's not emphasized enough the effects that every choice you make can have on the life you live. Because literally the choices you make is the building block of your life in every moment. You can make a choice a minute ago that impacts your life forever. So every choice you make at any second can impact the life you live, and it's not emphasized enough. I don't think we give enough reflection. We don't give enough thoughts into the impacts that the choices we make will affect the life we live on a daily basis. And that's what I want to talk about, the importance of reflecting on every choice. You have to be intentional. Being intentional is easier said than done, but you have to know how to practice being intentional in regards to the choices you're making, because when you think things through, and yes, you're a human being, you might react in a moment, that's okay, but you haven't had to come back to center and reflect on every choice you make at the moment, because every choice that you make can impact the life you're living. So at every day, at any point in time in your day, reflect on your choices. Be intentional. Don't mind the background noise. There's stuff going on in the background. But you have now to reflect on every choice that you make on a day-to-day basis. Because if you don't reflect on choices, you are living life on autopilot. And when you live life on autopilot, what happens? Your life isn't really built on a solid foundation. Because the choices you're making, when you don't think about the things you're doing, it's not really your own. The thoughts, everyone is programmed from birth. When you're born, you're programmed. School system, university, home system, culture, whatever it is, you're programmed. So you have now to reflect about the thoughts you're thinking. Is it really your own thoughts, or was that given to you? You have to know how to think for yourself and think things through and question things, which is where reflection comes into place. Reflecting on your mindset, reflecting on your choices, reflecting on your habit, reflecting on your perspective, reflecting on the things that you're engaging in, partaking on a daily basis, because this is all impacting the choices you make. The habits you're formed, the habits you're partaking in, the habits you're engaging in will determine the direction your life goes into. I'm thinking of doing some playables. I think they're called playables. I've not tried them, but I don't really want to play the games because I'm here to actually discuss something important. So I don't want to focus on the games. But no one, yes, I was gonna play the game, but I'm just gonna focus on the life. But I was saying hi for you who've joined. Hi, how are you? I was talking about the importance of reflecting on our choices. We don't really think about how this choice we make on a day-to-day basis can create our life any moment. You can make a choice now that will impact your life the next moment. And we don't really think about that, which isn't that funny, because everything we do is creating the next moment of our life, but we don't think about that. We just go on autopilot and just keep doing the same thing over and over again. If the thing you're doing is helping you, that's great. But what if it's not helping you and you just keep repeating patterns and patterns and patterns and patterns and cycles because you're making certain choices that just carries on and carries on because you aren't reflecting on your choices. It's important to think about things, think about the things you're doing, reflect on the habits you have, because your habits will create the life you live. Any habit you have is creating your life. So when it pertains to your actions, your choices, your habits, know how to be intentional. Because when you're intentional, you will make right choices and know you are imperfect. No one is perfect. You will always get things right. That's okay. You don't have to get things right all the time. As long as on a foundational level you're making better choices every single day, that's what's important. Making a better choice every single day. And that's the foundation to be on. Perfection is an illusion. I don't believe in perfection. I believe in being better and doing better any moment that you can. Right? So I don't think if you make a mistake you should beat yourself down. That's not gonna work. I think you learn through love and accountability. And that's what's important. But I was saying reflect on the choices you make. Hi guys, I can't really see any comments, but if you can make a comment if you want to, you can ask questions, but keep things respectful. Yes, I was gonna go live very briefly and just talk about the importance of reflecting on our choices. Because when you reflect on things, you see things clearly. Reflection leads to clarity. The more clarity you have, the better choice you'll make, and that's the connection. That's why reflection is important, because reflection provides clarity. And when you can see things clearly, you can make a better choice. And that's really how you can improve in life, anything, in any way, shape, or form. It's about reflecting on your choices and your actions, because it affects your decisions. So when you reflect on the things you're doing on a day-to-day basis, That's how you're going to create the life you live in a state of betterment, what's actually for your highest, greatest well-being. But also it impacts others around you, because when everyone makes a better choice, what happens? That impacts the life of everyone. Because when one person makes a better choice and then they behave in a better way, that impacts others that they interact with. So really it's an individual thing, but also a collective thing, because the collective is really an individual, and that's how I think of things. But that's how things are. Each person makes up the collective, right? So when everyone is making better choices, that affects how things are on a collective level. I'm going to keep this live very brief. I'm going to end it pretty soon because I've already discussed what I was going to talk about. For those who have joined recently, you can watch the live and see what I've been talking about. But just to summarize what I was saying, it's about the importance of reflecting on your choices and your actions and taking accountability. That's the word. A lot of people don't want to be accountable, but you have to be accountable. Because if you aren't accountable for yourself and your choices in your life, no one is you. So who's going to be accountable? No one is me. I have to be accountable. Everyone has to be accountable. Don't mind the noise, guys. That's a background noise. I was saying, no one is you, no one is me. So we all have to be accountable for our own mindsets, our own emotions, our own actions. We have to be accountable for each of ourselves, because that's how things work. No one is in your head. No one is thinking the thoughts you're thinking. No one is feeling the feelings you're feeling. That's why you have to be accountable for your own choices and your own actions, and be reflective of the things you're doing. And that's pretty much how it works. Every person has to be accountable for themselves. So when you reflect on your actions and choices you're making, that's how you make a better choice every single time. Hi, how are you? Hi. Can I ask where you're from? I love asking about where everyone's from, so I can know my audience. How do I pronounce your name, by the way? Is it Abby or Abiyan? Thanks for joining, guys. I've already gone through a few things, so I don't want to keep repeating myself. So you guys can rewatch the live. But I was saying I'm going to end it pretty soon because I've already gone through what I was going to talk about today. So I don't want to just drag things along for the sake of going along. So I'm going to end the live pretty soon. But thanks for joining. I was asking where you're from. I love to know where my audience is from. That's why I ask where everyone's from. Yeah, because I live in Australia, so I want to know where everyone's watching from. But yeah, guys, I'm going to end the live pretty soon. So just reflecting choices. Whatever choices you're making right now, reflect and think about the things you're doing. Oh, that's cool. Are you in Australia too? Hi, how are you? That's a cool name, Arthur Morgan. Is that from the Merlin series? Is that the Merlin series, Arthur Morgan? Sounds like the Merlin guy. Yeah, that was a cool show. I could be wrong, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. Thanks for joining, guys. But I'm going to end the live pretty soon because I've already talked about what I was going to talk about. So you guys can rewatch the live once I post it on my channel. Yeah. Nice to meet you guys. Thanks for joining. I was saying it's very important to think about the things we're doing, because when you don't think about things you're doing, you're on autopilot. Oh, a game? Oh, it's a game. Yeah. But is that the game though? Is it a Merlin? You know Merlin? Merlin, like the series? I'm pretty sure that's the guy from the Merlin show, because his name was Arthur Morgan. He was the prince, the son of the king in the show. I'm pretty sure, but it could be a game. The game could be from the series, or maybe not. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Yeah. But nice to meet you. Thanks for joining. You can rewatch the live once I'm done, because I've already gone through what I was going to talk about. So I might end it pretty soon. I made a video I'm going to post. I made a video just recently. I'm going to post again quite soon. But I wanted to go live very briefly before I post the video. How's everyone's days going? How's your day going so far? Arthur. That's not your real name, but I'm just going to go with that. How's your day going so far? Okay, guys, I'm going to end the live now because I've gone through what I was going to talk about. What I was saying, it's important to reflect on our choices every single day, because our choices and actions will create the life we live. And that's very important, because your life is very important to take your life seriously. And also, whatever you do affects others around you as well. So it's important to reflect on the choices you make and the actions you make every single day. So thanks for joining, guys. I'm going to end the live now. Bye, everyone.